philosopher is a lover of wisdom. It takes tremendous discipline, takes tremendous courage to think for yourself, to examine yourself. The Socratic imperative of examining yourself requires courage. And William Butler Yeats used to say, it takes more courage to examine the dark corners of your own soul than it does for a soldier to fight on the battlefield. Courage to think critically. You can't talk. Courage is the enabling virtue for any philosopher, for any human being, I think, in the end. Courage to think, courage to love, courage to hope. Plato says philosophy is meditation on and a preparation for death. By death, what he means is not an event, but a death in life, because there's no rebirth, there's no change, there's no transformation without death. And therefore the question becomes, how do you learn how to die? Of course, Montaigne talks about that famous essay, to philosophize is to learn how to die. You can't talk about truth without talking about learning how to die. I believe that Theodore Adorno is right when he says that the condition of truth is to allow suffering to speak. That gives it an existential emphasis, you see. So that we're really talking about truth as a way of life as opposed to simply truth as a set of propositions that correspond to a set of things in the world.
Smoky black lungs, puff a O from them. My words tall, son, they stick to your thoughts. A.lways, one off the tongue, cause a spark deep down in the cork, stir your subatomic parts. Leave it to keep it, the flame feeder, truth seeker, boot beater, teach you how to move through the ether. True and living, check the features, same image on the same rhythm, so plain, smooth as Coltrane. I rock harder than cocaine, on a mission to Nirvana like Cobain. Honored to be in this position I hold, man. Used to live in the darkness amongst the heartless, at the bottom of the garbage, stopping for knowledge. Hard knock, couldn't be held hostage, free from the bondage, but there's still carnage, gotta stop the bleeding. I apply pressure with every verse I'm speaking, drastic measures to unlock them buried treasures. Jewels only make you better if you rock them in your crown. Powers that be, dumb it down, so not familiar with the sounds. Elevation, they want you all hellbound. It's not a place, it's a mind state, program and control, man, with illusions that create. Yo, I know it sound fake, but when you wake up, the first question you'll ask is what the fuck, man. Take off that makeup, see past the looking glass in the crooked path. Don't mistake the math, it's the first and the last. Forever in my grasp, I will always add on to the next one. Share every blessing, I'ma stay pressing till there's no questions. Take AI there and manifest them, stepping like a champion. Let them see the stamp, son. Brandishing my weapon, his brains like Katana or Smith & Wesson. Acknowledge self in every lesson. That's life,
that's
man.
The raw, funky, stanky stuff of life. That's what bluesmen do. That's what jazzmen do. See, I'm a blues man in the life of the mind. I'm a jazz man in the world of ideas. Therefore, for me, music is central. So when you're talking about poetry, for the most part, Plato was talking primarily about words. Whereas I talk about notes, I talk about tone, I talk about temper, I talk about rhythm. See, for me, music is fundamental. Philosophy must go to school not only with the poets, philosophy needs to go to school with the musicians. Keep in mind, Plato bans the flute in the Republic, but not the lyre. Why? Because the flute appeals to all of these various sides of who we are, given his tripartite conception of the soul.